Sergio kill count where we tally up the kills in our own films. Because nobody else will. Today we'll be looking at Ghostface, our 2018 fan film and my personal favourite. Didn't understand why as we tally up the kills. We were kind of lucky to get this film out when we did. The reshoot schedule in a limited set time meant that we really had to rush to make our deadline. The script as well had to be finished on the fly, but I think it worked out really well in the end. We managed to finish this in 5 separate days on 2 separate locations and a very tight budget, but you can see that we're pretty proud of it. Now with all that out of the way, let's get to the kills. The opening shot plays homage to the original Scream, with a swing swinging before showing the would-be final girl Cassie, watching the news with the most stuck-up sounding newscaster I've ever heard.
It became apparent this afternoon when she didn't attend a local signing of our latest book.
Looks like Gil Weathers is missing and Cassie seems interested in the news before the phone rudely interrupts her.
Hello?
Oh look, a nice friendly phone call. Oh wait, no, surprise! You've won a chance to play Ghostface movie trivia. Loser dies. Have fun! Oh, and he has your boyfriend, so you better get the answers right. First question's easy enough, giving a nice meta-nod to the original director Wes Craven.
Where's Craven?
The second question? No such luck, and we end up with Tim, our first off-screen kill at 2 minutes 30, followed closely after by an infamous Ghostface victim chase. This was supposed to be the bloodiest scene of the entire film, but the last playing Cassie wore an outfit she didn't want to ruin, and my wig which I didn't want ruining either. So unfortunately we had no choice but to do a really careful, mess-free attack. After a small struggle we get our second kill of the film, death by stabbing at 4 minutes 13, quickly followed by a title card. The camera pans round to show a really casual party, and no one seems to mind these two at the back doing drugs. Drugs. After a beautifully lewd bong performance from our director and scriptwriter Sean, our final girl Sydney, yep, that's me, heads upstairs to make a phone call. Aw, I missed my chance. Looks like Ghostface wants to talk to me instead. After my lovely threatening phone call, I head back to the party and it looks like the host Matthew has vanished to the kitchen to find more beer. Better not run into too much trouble down there. Oh look, Ghostface has come to help you find beer. Nope, you're gonna die. Better protect that beer with your life. After a pretty funny struggle, Matthew succumbs to an off-screen stabbing, giving us our third kill at 7 minutes 3. Back upstairs, the party's getting a little less crowded. Bud is at the table making a joke when suddenly he runs out of papers. By the way, you might want to listen to the convo happening in the background. It's a wonderful Easter egg to one of our lesser liked projects. After Bud asks an ignorant room full of people if they need out, he swiftly heads for the nearest shop. Katie gets impatient and has decided to hurry Matthew up at getting the beer. She instead finds the beer on the floor, no Matthew, and the back door mysteriously open. After slamming the door shut with her ass, careful, poor door, she starts heading back up with the beer, only to come face to face with a masked man. Believing it to be Matthew, she tells him to take it off before receiving a quick stab to the gut. After that, she just kind of sits down and accepts the death by Ghostface with a slow throat slit at 8 minutes 36. The party now seems to be down to 2, and a very drunk Kenny is stumbling around trying to find his films. He heads up to find some, and Sydney, now on her own, goes off to find her missing friend. After a quick homage to the original film, which if you compare them, we get pretty close with what we had, Sydney heads outside and gets a stereotypical jump scare from Bud returning to the party. Cue meta death joke.
It seems pretty dead in there to me.
You shouldn't really tempt fate, Sydney, because now here comes Ghostface giving us our first on-screen kill, stabbed in the back of the neck at 9 minutes 37. Wipey wipey, classic Ghostface cleanup. He lunges at Sydney before receiving a swift boot to the face. That's our Sydney standard treatment. Sydney dashes inside and holds the door shut. I should have held the door a little harder, but I didn't know how strong the knocks were going to be, and it was just me and a door. Plus I'm still getting my confidence in making films, so I'm still learning. Sydney rushes down to shut the back door, which is somehow open again, and... Oh no, look Sid! Guess who has the keys? You're fucked. After rushing back up to find the front door open, Sydney comes face to face with a drunk Kenny again. This scene took us a lot of takes, just because we kept messing around. If only there was something to let us know what type of film we shoot.
Starring in a fucking horror movie, now where is everyone?
Thanks Sid! As the hunt for our friends continues, we bump into our horny stoner Ash, having a joint on the stairs. Now this scene needed an entire reshoot. Because some dipshit, who is also the director, ruined continuity. Fucking bandana. Oh, and I kept messing up my line. Carrying on up the stairs again, we finally find more of her friends. This is one of my favourite scenes just because of how simple it flowed. This is Mark! In a horror film, be like Mark. Bud's dead and Kate is missing, we've got to get out of here.
Bud's dead?
Yeah, murdered.
Oh, fuck this, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Wait, no, we should stick together.
Heading back downstairs, Kenny is beginning to feel the effects of alcohol. It's really starting to slow him down. A perfect moment for Ghostface to take advantage of. Ghostface time again! Kenny! Yeah, I could have easily opened that door. But it looks like Ghostface has claimed another victim. Kenny dies on the stairs by multiple stab wounds at 11 minutes 56. I kept giggling at this kill. It just looks a little pleasurable. Sydney rushes downstairs towards the front door and is pushed aside by Ash. Ash, what are you doing? Oh shit, he's a killer! But who's Ghostface then? Yeah, I don't know either. Johnny, I think his name was. Looks like the silent character throughout this film is actually a murderer. Who knew? Sydney gets dragged down to a kitchen and despite using the beer to aid her escape, fails to get away from Ash. After a quick taunting, we find out that Ash has liked Sydney for a while. But instead of asking her out, he decides to kill her. Love makes you do strange things. The other guy just wanted to star in a real-life horror movie. Dreams of grandeur, I see? You might need to rethink your life choices. Sydney taunts them to get it over with, but they have another surprise in store. Guess who's hiding in the closet? It's Gail Weathers, so that's why no one could find her. The guys devised a plan where Gail kills Sydney, allowing them to literally get away with murder. Foolproof, right? Wrong. The guys get too cocky and don't keep an eye on their captives. After a little gloating towards Sydney, Gail slips away nice and sneakily. Ash starts shouting at Johnny. Now we don't see Johnny's face throughout the scene because the guy playing him refused to shave his beard to keep continuity. It kinda makes him look like a body double, even though it was actually him. I'm sorry, but... Ash turns back around and... Yeah! Frying pan to the face! As you can tell, I really enjoyed doing that scene. Sean likes to make me a victim in a lot of his films, so getting one over on a killer felt really good. We cut to Ghostface searching for Gail. She surprises him with a bin attack, toppling him over. He recovers quickly, lashes out, and we are trekked to another classic Ghostface moment. The rest is just Ghostface flailing around as usual before catching up to his victim. Ash appears chasing Sydney but gets tripped up by Gail's feet, giving Sydney the perfect window to kick him in the face. Well done. Sydney pulls Ghostface off of Gail and Ghostface receives 2 blows to the head before being pummeled by Gail. Now one of these blows was actually real. We did tell her not to actually hit him with the bottle, but she did.
Action.
Twice. We had to use the tape. It just seemed a shame not to. Johnny dies death by bottling at 16 minutes 29. Is it over? Nope. You should have made sure Ash was out for the count. Now he's back and blade ready. Swiftly stabbing Gail before lunging at Sydney. Another kick, Sydney? These shouldn't still work on him. If it ain't broken. Sydney dashes upstairs even though she should really know better. Ash chases after her. After another small struggle, Sydney hits him with a motherfucking baseball bat. Hell yeah! Ash is Sparko when Gail reappears, sporting a bloody shoulder wound. They query whether he's actually dead before Sydney hits him one more time for good measure, sealing his demise. Death by baseball bat at 17 minutes 25. We end the film with a pan to Ghostface dead on the sofa. So there we have it. After all them kills, let's get to them numbers. Still got it. Eight people died during this film, 2 of them women, making 3/4 of this pie chart a lovely blue. With a runtime of 24 minutes, we've got a kill on average every 3 minutes. The golden chainsaw goes to the final death, Ash. Not only do I get to hit him with a frying pan, but I also get to hit him with a baseball bat. Dual Machete goes to Cassie's boyfriend Tim, just because it's completely off screen. And that's it! Ghostface was released on 21st of December 2018 and is the 11th fan film we made. It was a lot of fun to do and we have many more projects to go. Keep an eye out for more of our fan films and don't forget to subscribe to Seijo Productions. Thanks for watching guys, this has been the Seijo Kill Count.